Trust is invisible, but when it's gone, you feel it everywhere. Now, there's a question I've heard whispered often lately in boardrooms, in buses, back channels, and even on breakfast television shows. It usually goes something like, why are things different now? Why is the public more restless, more skeptical, more confrontational, especially towards leadership? But perhaps the question is itself an answer, because what we're dealing with here isn't just criticism. It's a crisis of trust. You see, public trust is a kind of currency. It has no shape, no print, no watermark, but it's what gives value to leadership. Just like a banknote only works if people believe in the system behind it. Trust is what makes a signature on paper carry weight. It's what makes institutions function. What turns words into policy. What makes a leader's voice mean more than just sound. And like currency, trust is earned, guarded, tested, and crucially, it can also be lost. A government may have the legal mandate to lead, but legitimacy, that lives in the hearts of the people. And when people no longer believe, no longer feel heard or represented, the value of that leadership begins to decline, like currency in a broken economy. Throughout history, communities have used all kinds of currency: gold coins, cowrie shells, salt, even sticks. The form never mattered as much as the trust behind it. The understanding that this is something we value, something we honor, something we can exchange and depend on. Now, leadership works the same way. It doesn't hold power just because of votes cast or positions won, but because of a social contract that says, we believe you will act in our interest, that your power serves a purpose beyond yourself. And when that contract is broken, the consequences are rarely loud at first, but they build up. From quiet murmurs to quiet withdrawals, from doubt to disengagement, and sometimes it'll manifest in the form of protest. In that moment, authority still exists, but it feels hollow. It's like holding a note whose value nobody recognizes anymore. So maybe the better question isn't why this generation is different. Maybe the question is, what broke the trust? And more importantly, how do we earn it back? Because here's the thing, trust can be rebuilt, but never through force, not through optics, not through reminders of who holds office. Trust returns only when leadership changes course, when it listens more than it defends, explains more than it accuses, and sacrifices more than it demands. You see, in the end, titles may give you position, but only trust gives you power. And when the people stop believing, that power, like currency with no backing, begins to fade.